Hi, welcome to my 4-week fall reset program. We are here at week 2 hip mobility, day 2 back and bicep. We are starting with our ankles, doing a banded ankle joint mobility. Loosen up those ankles before we move on up to our hips. Band one ankle and you're going to lean forward, hold for 3 counts and go 15 reps. Make sure you're feeling the longest stretch behind your calf and keeping your heel down as you lean forward. Make sure to be very intentional in getting the deepest stretch you can in each rep. We are only going 1 round, so take your time through these. Go ahead and switch to the other ankle after you get 15 reps. And let's move on up to hip mobility. You are going to sit in a kneeling position with 1 foot externally rotate as far as it can. You're going to shift a kettlebell or dumbbell weight from your thigh over to the inside of your foot, stretching as long as you can. Hold for 3 seconds and come back up. We are going just 1 round, 15 reps each side. So again, be very intentional in these reps. Take your time and try to open up those hips as much as you can while you're already taking time to stretch. You should feel a long, deep stretch in the leg that is standing. You're shifting your weight into that hip, and that is the one you're opening up, is that top leg. And don't forget to switch to the other side. Let's jump into our day 2 workout, back and bicep. We are going to start right here with single arm lateral pull down. Make sure the cable is nice and high and you're scooted back long enough so when you reach forward, you don't hit the cable machine. I was a little too close, so I inched my way back so I can complete a long extension without hitting any machine and pulling the weight right back down. Start the movement with your shoulder dropping down your back and then pull your elbow to your hip. You should feel this in one side of your lats. Add more resistance to each new set if you can. Let's switch to the other side. Again, the same leg and the same arm are going to be extended far away from each other. You want to get the longest reach you can, really opening, lengthening those lats, and squeeze that elbow right back down to your lats. If you're at home, make sure to anchor your resistance band up high so you can pull downward into the bottom of your lat. Think about pulling to the base of your hip, or if you're wearing jeans, into a jean pocket right behind you. Let's superset the single arm lateral pull down with a lat pullover. Again, we are working the outside of our back. You should feel your lats here as well. Go ahead and set your shoulder blades on a bench or a couch or an edge of a chair. Just make sure it's not going to tip over. Squeeze that booty up so you're keeping your glutes and core engaged. Lengthen your arms down and you're pulling the dumbbell right back over to your chest. Making sure your arms are just at a micro bend. If you put too much bend in those elbows, it will turn into more of a skull crusher where you're going to be using more triceps. Keep those arms long, push that weight away and pull using those lats to get all the way back up. You could also drop your booty down in this to get a longer extension. Either way, hips up or hips down, it's okay. Most important part is that those arms are extending long with barely any bend in your elbows. You should feel this right along your rib cage muscles. And we're not done with our back yet. We're going to still do one more superset here. Overhand pull up. I want you to use a band to get to these pull-ups. You're going to extend all the way down and squeeze back up. Use as many bands as you need to get full range of motion. The most important part of a pull-up is the very bottom, so make sure to get all the way down. Let's superset that with a hammer curl. You're going to turn those palms inward, facing your thighs. Full range of motion, lengthen all the way down so your arms are long through the elbow, and squeeze as if you're squeezing those thumbs back up to your shoulders. Good, keep those elbows in and palms in, narrow and full range of motion. These ones burn, but I want you to increase the resistance every set if you can. Make sure to minimize your swinging, have a micro bend in your knees, engage those glutes and abs, and squeeze intentionally up to your bicep. Make sure to comment down below how your pull-ups were. I want to hear if you're able to get full range of motion with 1 or 2 bands. And before you go, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button.